Hi friends, Sadé here, the cultural activist. Wagwan, wagwan. Welcome back to another episode of Fortify the City. I appreciate you. So, friends, are y'all really my friends? Like for real, are you guys my friends? So if so, it should be no problem to hit the subscribe button right now if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you can be on top of everything Fortify the City and Sadé, your friend, if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up, a thumbs down, if you haven't already, or leave a comment if you haven't already. Just saying. But on to today's regularly scheduled program in So real quick. Quick story real quick, right? So I have these conversations with friends and family all the time about God's people and who those people are, right? And I can admit to being a little bit more cutthroat, especially now that I'm learning certain things, right? I can be cutthroat, like, nah, that ain't God, that ain't one of God's people. And sometimes I question it, but sometimes I feel like I'm sure, right? Based on what I've learned. So I've been reading the book of John. Well, I finished it. I read it a couple times, but yeah, I finished it and I started to kind of recall all the details in it, right? And all right, in the book of John, when they are talking about Jesus first kind of making his first mark and show himself as the Son of God, you know, most of the people who rallied around him generally only moved because of the signs and the wonders, the miracles that he performed. It wasn't necessarily because, you know, they really wanted to be down with this person. No, it was because of the hype. It was the hype. Yo, this guy's been doing this. He made a blind man see. He rose Lazarus from the dead. All those things. So like they were like, yo, this guy, I gotta be down with this guy. He's making all kinds of miracles happen, right? Soon as God, Jesus, started spewing certain truths contrary to what most people believed or to what most people wanted to believe, it wasn't until then that they decided, oh wait, maybe he's not for me. Maybe this is not the guy I want to be cool with. I don't really like what he's saying. I'm walking away. I'm rejecting it. So were they really God's people? Or were they just there for the perks? And until he started saying certain things that convicted them or that spoke against how they were living their lives, they wasn't feeling it no more. So were they really God's people? Just saying. But that's all. Have a good day, y'all. And tune in next week, you guys. We have another interview coming up next week. I don't really want to give too much information right now, but it's very vital information for those of us who are kind of going through the motions of what's going on in the world right now and having to figure out alternative means of bringing in income for our households. Very, very important conversation with a good friend of mine, London McFadden. Stay tuned next week. It's called Stocking Up, and we will be stocking up. Winter is coming. It will be getting cold soon, and we need all our stocks. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for listening to today's episode. I'm greatly appreciative for all the people who have been rocking with me week after week. Listen, I do it for y'all. Well, for him first. And then y'all. But I really, really appreciate you too. And trust me, like when I tell you, just grateful for the opportunity to speak and to share the good news as we are all supposed to as disciples of Christ, right? So thank you, and until next time. Oh yeah, so my hair this week, I have been trying to steer from the mousses and the gels as much as possible. I've been realizing lately that it's not really doing anything for me. It's been drying my hair out more times than not, whereas before it kind of worked. Now it's not really working for me. So this week I have been rocking with my old school natural oils that I started with, and you know what? It has me looking real kind of nice and, you know, sharp at the same time. Yeah, so generally I like to mix up some oils, different oils. Coconut oil is one of my favorites. Olive oil, of course. I use a lot of Jamaican black castor oil that I actually got from Jamaica, like the real stuff, like no preservatives, no added anything. Somebody done made it for me. But yeah. And then I also added just a little bit of water while I, infuse it with the oils. And I also have this, it's a moisturizer, coconut moisturizer that I put into my hair with the water and the oils. And I kind of twist it up and like 4 or 5 doodle twists around my head, and I put my scarf on, my silk scarf, my satin scarves on, and I wake up and I take out the twists, and this is what it turns into. So if you were questioning today's luck, that's what it is. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Sammy B shirt. I don't know if you guys know Sammy B, but you should check her out. Samantha Black, Sammy B. She is the best fashion designer. It was a New York Fashion Week show last week, in fact. Gotta love black designers. But anyways, that's all, folks. Have a good day, y'all.